we need to talk about Crescent Falls. I've been spending a lot of my time lately on that map, and to be frankly honest with you, I have not been enjoying it all that much. Let's dive into why. Now, first off, before I launch into what I don't like about the map, let me tell you what I do like about it. The design of the map is amazing, it's beautiful, and I love how it plays with verticality, making for very interesting fights at times. I also love how rewarding the map feels. Because of the high danger areas, there is a very good chance of finding pretty awesome loot, and that feels great. I think that Green's Prospect is a super interesting place where some amazing gunfights can take place between squads, but as a solo player, that place freaks the hell out of me. I also love how dangerous and risky Favela feels when the mobs are alive and there's other players there. There's so many angles, so many hidey holes, you never know where to look first, and danger can come from all sides, and that makes it a very interesting place to have some fights in. But besides these things, I think that there's a couple of problems on this map that need to be addressed, so let's zoom a little bit more into what they are. For example, all of you guys watching this video right now, how many of you are tired of constantly spawning into pumpkin fields on Crescent Falls and then just immediately seeing somebody run at you, or someone camping the first building you're gonna run into? Because that has been happening to me the entire time almost. And I mean, the problem isn't even that it is actual campers, it is the frequency with which the drops come in and how close they are to each other in that area of the map. I played a game earlier this week where I dropped in on the far side of Pumpkin Fields, I run into the first building on my way out, I kill a guy there, and by the time that I was able to loot him, heal up, you know, all of those post-combat things, on my exact spawn location, the next guy spawned in. So he ran up to that building, I fought him, I killed him, and guess what? By the time I was done fighting, looting that guy, another guy dropped in. I can hardly believe that that is working as intended, and if it is, it really needs to be fixed or changed. Now, I don't know about you guys, but another thing that irks me about Crescent Falls is how big the step up is from Bright Sands. I mean, on Bright Sands, everything is pretty nice and chill. You grab some loot, you have some fights, you've got some rooms to open, everything is good, and then you go into Crescent Falls and it is pure freaking terror. If I need to make a musical comparison between the two maps, that would go something like this. It just feels like Crescent Falls doesn't have a single square foot of space where you're not running into a Jeff or some heavy striders, not to mention the map feels very clustered when it comes to players. These factors make it so that Crescent Falls feels to me like it has a very high and uneasy learning curve and pretty much feels like a coin toss to me every time I drop in. I would personally love to see a map between the two, like for example Bright Sands being our easy map, Crescent Falls being our hard map, but having a third map in between, like a medium map. Because right now all my missions in the game require me to drop into Crescent Falls, and on top of that they're all missions where I need to go stash something somewhere, and I'm honestly not looking forward to it. I'm dreading it. Let me know in the comments down below if you're in the same spot as me, and you know, just let me know I'm not alone in this world. Another thing that is happening because of this is that it is playing into the meta being run cheap loadouts and don't touch any of the high level gear. In all of the times I've dropped into Crescent Falls, I've fought many people because it is such a clusterfuck of players together, and I hardly ever see anyone above green gear, ever. Everyone is running white armor, base weapons, or perhaps a manticore from time to time, flipping the coin, hoping for a big haul, but probably just dying most of the time due to the map being such a hornet's nest. I would genuinely be interested to see the death to successful extract ratios compared between Crescent Falls and Bright Sands, and I think those would be pretty spectacular. Now, the good thing here is that if you watch the dev update video that they released a couple of days ago, they are aware of this, they know this, and they are working hard on making incremental changes to make sure that gear becomes more relevant and more rewarding. So I think that is a great thing, and they are nerfing the B9 trench gun some more, and I can honestly say I'm here for it, and I love it. Now, don't take this the wrong way. I don't think necessarily that the way that the map is built needs to be changed. I only think that the way we drop into it needs to be changed a little bit. The map can stay the way it is because it's good to have a map that is this hard and this intense to play. I love having it. I would just like to see us be able to get to that point more gradually, so to speak. Like have that medium map in between. Just go from Bright Sands, go a little bit up, and then go into Crescent Falls when you're ready for it, when you've got the gear, when the gear feels good and is rewarding for it. Now, before we talk about the cheater problem on Crescent Falls, take a moment to smash that subscribe button down below and help the channel get to 1,000 subscribers. You can help us out even further by dropping a like on the video down below and leaving your thoughts on Crescent Falls in the comments. Thank you guys. Let's move on. Now for the final talking point, there is the cheater issue that a lot of people in the higher brackets of MMR are reporting. Crescent Falls being the map with the highest loot value makes it the natural hotspot for cheaters to go to. And because of their hacks, they will end up in considerably higher MMR than most regular gamers, so they will end up in the highest available brackets. On the one hand, this is actually quite an elegant solution to keep cheaters somewhat compartmentalized within the game, but on the other hand, it is really bad for those players who got into those brackets genuinely. Now, I do want to put it out there that I think that Jaeger is doing a good job trying to combat these cheaters. They're doing a lot of work about that. They're communicating with the community about it. So I also think that we as a community need to give them some time to work on things, and we need to make sure that we keep providing feedback and information, because the more data they have, the more they'll be able to do things about it. For example, there was that pickaxe hack, and while it was very annoying that that pickaxe hack was happening in the weekend, Jaeger did get rid of it in like roughly 2 days, which is pretty fast considering they're not a multi-billion-dollar studio, right? So let's keep communicating, let's keep providing feedback in the Discord, let's keep providing with data from every angle we can, and let's all have one voice be heard in unison across all servers and across all the lands. Let's have this one thing heard in unison.
Cheaters have tiny peepee.
That's going to be it for this video, guys. So hit all those buttons down below and let me know what your idea about Crescent Falls is. I love chatting with you guys. I love hearing what you guys think, and I love having good discussions in the comments down below. So let's go there, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.